Hello, in this video, I'm going to show you how to get this book, Traffic Secrets, free, which helps you understand who your dream customer is and where to find them, where they are congregating, where they are gathering. Join me. Hello, welcome to Take a Step to a Better You, a channel I started to share what I know and also what I keep learning in the areas of business, the areas of earning money online, affiliate marketing, and also I come up with my own messages just to encourage you to take a step to make your life better. And I call those motivational messages. If you are new, welcome. If you've been here before, thank you for getting back. My name is Sherifa Nakalema. I'm a business owner here in Virginia, USA. And I'm hoping if you've been seeing me like a few times, that button below on the right is not red anymore. You've subscribed and you maybe hit on the bell. If not yet, please consider subscribing and also clicking on the bell so you know when I upload a new video, which I'm doing now consistently every Sunday and sometimes on Wednesday. I add in a second one. And if you are new and the message of empowering ourselves to make a better life, to have a better life, if it sounds good to you, please consider subscribing. Today, I'm talking about this book, Traffic Secrets by Russell Brunson. Russell Brunson is the CEO and co-founder of the company ClickFunnels, and he's very well known for the funnels. And he's giving away this book for free. And this message is for anyone who is promoting something. You're selling something. You want people to know about what you do. That's what this book about. Because when we talk traffic, we're not talking traffic, cars, vehicles, or whatever. No, we are talking about people. You want people to know what you're doing. So this book and this video is about knowing who your dream customer is and where they are. How do we get to them? And then I'm going to explain the concept of Dream 100. It's all explained in this book. But before I go to this book, because, by the way, I always say there are people who watch me like for a short time and they go. I have links below, and this book is free today. Russell says if you pay just $9.95 for shipping, he'll ship it to you free. But for international, it's going to be like, the last time I checked was $19.95 for international. But he has an audio version. So you could just, starting tonight, you could start listening to this book. But what happens when you go to get this book, you'll find that he's offering you two other books, like if you want it. It's a choice. So I want to talk about those other two books very, very quickly. See what's over here? I want to explain two other books before I get to the details of this one. Now, Russell has three books. This was his book number one. It's called .com Secrets. This one right here. And this book number one, because right now he put them in a package. You could choose just to have one, but you could choose to have all three. He called it the Trilogy. So it came out recently, and after he brought this third one. So let's go back to the first one. This one is good if you're trying to start online. And that's when he introduced the concept of of funnels, selling using funnels. And for me, in this summary, I'm going to pick out just one topic, one thing to tell you what I took out of this book, and this is what I gained from it. .com Secrets, he called it the underground playbook for growing your company online, your business online. But it's actually about using funnels to sell. You know, it used to be websites. But they brought the concept of funnels because everything is going to be, the offer is going to be put in a funnel. And the point I got out of here was what he calls the value ladder. It keeps going up here. And he gives an example. By the way, I have a whole video on this book right below in my channel. I'll put a link below if you want to know more, because I'm going really fast here. I'm going to explain. So he gives an example in this book where he goes to a dentist because he got this free offer to go to a dentist for cleaning. So he goes, but then because he had been busy working, this is, I think, it's a true story. He said he had been building his business, he didn't have insurance, so he had not gone to a dentist in a while. So the dentist finds that his teeth, remember, this is cleaning right here, and it's free. But the dentist says, oh, your teeth are yellow. In fact, it's a very interesting conversation. In that, I read a few sentences, because the way he tells his stories in the books is funny. Because the dentist said his teeth were yellow, and then guess what happened on that visit? He ended up doing a whitening. They say people can't read what I'm saying, but what I'm writing, but at least you can hear me say it. This is cleaning. This is whitening. And then he ended up doing a retainer. These are supposed to be steps. 1, 2, like going up, retainer, and then they did some cosmetic work. I'm sorry, I'm not good at this, but each level, it goes up. So remember, he came with a free coupon. He didn't plan to pay anything, but by the time he left, he had paid $2,000. And he was very happy with a smile. So this book teaches you how to put your, whatever you provide, whether it's service or that's a service, that's a dentist. It could be a product. An example of a product, really quick, like when someone comes, it may not be a good example, but at least to give you an idea. Someone comes to buy a suit, like a gentleman comes, and then he ends up, you offer them shoes, you offer them socks and the tie and the shirt. They end up like the whole package. So the way you put your products or services together, you're thinking of an offer, not just one thing, but things that go together. So that's what the main message I took out of this book, although there is a lot. It teaches about all the funnels, different kind of funnels, how you present yourself as the character, as the person like selling. That's all in this one. By the way, it would make a great gift if you know someone, like we're coming to the season of giving gifts. This is a great gift for someone who's starting out in business, like they want to go online and they want to learn about all these concepts. Now, the other book is called The Expert Secrets. This one. That was book number 2. And that one, I don't have it physically here because I bought it in audio form. By the way, all these books are in audio form. You'll see. Excuse me. When you get to, assuming you are interested, you go to get the hard copy, you'll see that he offers you an audio. You can start listening as soon as tonight. So, Expert Secrets, I got mine in audio form. I don't have a photo, but I put a photo here for you to see. And in this one, the main message is teaching you, how do you become an expert? How do you become an expert in what you do? So he guides you through all that, and he shows you how you get royal followers, like royal people who care about what you do. And in that book, in all his messages, by the way, I love the way he understands the person, the customer, the whole process of marketing and selling. So he's saying that whatever you are doing, whatever you're providing, a product, a service, people see things as like they are getting away from pain. By now, I put all this to speed up the process of this video. People are moving away from pain towards pleasure. Like, and then he explained that the way people move away, so you have to understand how your product or service does that for the customer, how it moves them away from pain to pleasure. And he says that whatever you are doing falls into three kinds of offers. Or people have desires, and the desires are going to fall either in health, or in wealth, or in relationships. You may think that it doesn't fall there. He is going to explain to show you how actually what you're doing falls in one of those categories. So an example, someone in gym membership, gym, people working out is in health, or maybe there's something to do with food, like diet and stuff, like guiding people how to eat right. That's health. Then wealth, like me, I like the money part, earning some money, multiple sources of income, passive income. I'm in the wealth. And then relationships, someone doing with beauty, but it's very interesting because it has many examples. You may think that mine doesn't fall in that, but actually they all do. They all fall either here or here or here. Or maybe some could overlap a little bit. So that's the message in the Expert Secrets. And this is what I take out, but these are few books. So when you click on the link, if you choose to click on the link below, you're going to find people, they all telling their stories about how these books affected their lives. And then, of course, more information, there are videos about the books. But I think that's the end of that, because I don't want to take too much time on those two, because I want to get to this one. Remember, this one is about selling more. How do you get to sell more to the same person? Remember, the message is you are selling to the same person. Like once you get people into your funnels and they become your customers, how do you sell more to them? And then they're happy and they're doing it. Then this one is about becoming an expert at what you do, and then you get loyal followers, and you categorize your whatever you're doing, you know where it falls, and then you master it. You become an expert. That's the Expert Secrets. I'm removing all this because I'm about to talk about this one, which is the third one and the most recent one. Now, I'm not discussing the whole book, but I'm picking out just what I see as, for me, the main message that I'm picking out, I'm getting out. But if you continue, if you choose to click below, you'll see that there's a lot more information, and then you get to decide which one. But the order was, this one was number 1, the Expert Secrets was number 2, and Traffic Secrets was number 3. Now, here we are. What is traffic? Traffic, these are people. When you are talking in terms of like selling, and we're not talking about driving cars, we are talking about people. How do you get people to discover your product? You've taken all this time designing something. It's all good. Maybe you started a shop, a store somewhere. You set up everything. You have a nice restaurant. Whatever you are doing, a nice website. How do you get people to see it? How do you get people to know about it? Because he says that people who focus more on the customer than the product, they tend to make more money. I mean, you have to think, because it could take a lot of time making your product really looking nice and all that. But if you don't think about the customer, you're about to lose. That's why you find that people who master marketing, they may actually make money on a product that's not even very good. Some people say McDonald's is not very good, but they know how to sell. So that's like sort of off topic. But he says it's very important to master your customer. Now, this one here, the avatar, he says, it's in this book, for you to sell, you need to know your customer. You have to create a character. In fact, there is a name here, but I won't use it. I want to create my own. And I'm saying, if you have a product or you have a service, think of the ideal customer, your dream person who fits that product or service. And for me, I'm going to say, and that's create an avatar. That's what he calls it. So if it's a male, I want to call them Joe. If this is a male. And if this is a female, I want to call them Joy. Maybe what you do is for both, but let's assume it's for just one. Like whatever you do is more the best. The dream customer is a man, and the dream customer may be a woman. He wants you to go in detail. Is this man, how old is this man? How old is he? How much money is he making? Is he single? Is he married? Does he have kids? How many children? How much money is he making? What kind of car does he drive? What kind of music does he listen to? You have to describe this person in detail. In detail. And the same here. The female. What does she like? What income levels? Is this lower income, middle class, high income? What do they like? Do they have young children? You have to know your customer's avatar and give it a name. Because there is a funny story here, I won't go into it, but when you read, you laugh about someone who didn't know about these characters because the companies were like using them like real people, but they're not actually real people. You could say, this is not a real name for someone. It's a name for that ideal customer, the dream customer. So, that's my Joe, that's my Joey, that's my Joe, that's my Joey. Okay? I hope you understand that, I think. So, like for example, like if I'm on Instagram right now I'm giving my own example. If I'm on Instagram, I describe myself as an affiliate, a business owner, affiliate. So as people follow me, I can see the person I could connect with in terms of business and the person I may not. Some people just come and they're just hanging out, but they're not really looking for what I'm doing. So it's very easy for me to know that person is more like we could maybe collaborate or do something. It's very easy because I know my Joe or my Joe or my Joe. So when you read this book, he has exercises that you have to go through to describe this person. And after you know this person or those people, then you go into branding. For example, the example he gave there, like when they designed their store, they had to know which colors to put in, which kind of music to play as people are shopping, like because you know the person and what they like. So everything you do fits that person. Now, that's the who. Who is your dream customer? After we get the avatar, we know the who, then where. In this book, he's talking about where are they? Where? And to answer that, he says, you have to know. In fact, he starts with these funny stories. You have to read this book because he like when he's describing where, he has a long story when he was in college about where people congregate. But I want to get into that. And your job is to find out where these people gather. And he said, I'm just going to say the word because writing will take long. He says, like for example, social media, they could be following someone on Instagram. They could be subscribers on someone's YouTube channel. They could be in Facebook, the Facebook group. They could be in LinkedIn, or they're on Twitter, wherever they are, that's social media, or on a podcast, or they have these websites where they go, their forums. You have to know where they gather. Similar people, where they have similar interests. Now, after After you get to know that, where they congregate, the word he uses, where do they congregate? Where do they congregate? After that, he introduced this concept. Some of you maybe you know it already, or maybe you hear it. Dream 100. And he says, after you know where those people congregate, actually, I have to give the example of Oprah because I use it a lot, but I'm going to use it again because it's easier. Let's assume one of those places where they congregate was a TV station, TV channel, like how Oprah used to be on TV and she had her channel and people used to watch her. Right now she has her own network, but I'm talking about the old channel she had because it's easier to explain because the way she ran it, you could see this example would work out, be more clear. Let's assume these people, they like to watch Oprah's channel, Oprah's program. So according to him, in this book, what you do, you already know who your people are. You already know they congregate here, they like to watch Oprah. So he wants you to create a list. Remember we said there is Instagram, maybe Instagram, there is an influencer, or maybe there's a podcast they listen to on TV. So he wants you to come up with a list here. Like the influencer would be number one on Instagram, right? Then number two could be, like for example, these ClickFunnels, they have a Facebook group. I belong to it. It has 250,000 members. That could be one of them, a Facebook group where people hang out. And then number three could be this TV channel, Oprah. So he wants you to go and make a list. This Dream 100 is not about these people. It's about the people where they congregate. So like Oprah would be one of the Dream 100. If he wants you to make a list of where those people gather, who is in charge of those places? Like who is in charge of this Facebook group? Who is in charge of this? Who is this influencer? Who is this, like where people gather? If it's a TV, a Facebook, no. If it's a YouTube channel, what is that channel where the millions gather? And then those people, the ones in charge of those places, are the ones you make a list of. In fact, he has worksheets, he has a whole website where you go and print out. I printed out some. By the way, remember, I share what I learned. So I'm in the process. I'm making my Dream 100 list. Because the Dream 100 is those people. You call them maybe celebrities or those places where they gather, like the podcast, for example. And he's teaching you how to get to those people. So they can help you get to these people. So the Dream 100, you call them like celebrities, who will lead you to those people. The reason I like the Oprah example, because she used to have every year, she would call what she used to call them Oprah's favorite things. So if you were lucky enough that Oprah had picked your product to be one of her favorite things, you are going to be very, very lucky. I remember someone giving a story that Oprah picked a toy. It was a toy, I think, and they could not produce enough of them. They could not. It wasn't on a favorite thing. Like she had picked it on another show, but they could not produce enough because everyone wanted. They were not ready for what happened to their company because the phone call everyone wanted and they didn't have enough. That's what we are talking about in this book. He's showing you. He says, if you made a list, maybe of 30 people, and he's showing you how you've gone, the tricks you use to get to them, that even if you got just 3 of them, just 3 of these. Like I just give the example of Oprah liking your thing, how you don't even have enough quantity to sell. That's this book. It shows you how you get to the Dream 100. It requires some patience. He gives his own examples of how he got to the people who put him on top and how long it took him and what he did. That's this book. There's more stuff. And I want to give one more example about what he's talking about in this book. That's the Dream 100. Please put a comment that you really followed me explaining this. Okay, I'm moving this. Now, review. We need to know who the avatar of our dream customer. We need to know where they're hanging out. And then we have to make that list of the Dream 100. Now, after you find them, after now you got them, how do you get them to buy? He talks about, by the way, this is the last point I'm explaining about this book. And if you really have to go, I have links below. I always give people a chance to leave if they want to leave. Many people would say, wait until the end. But me, I say, if you had enough, this one is, I have a complete video on this one. I'll put a link below. And then this one is going to be a link taking you straight to the book. There's also an audio version of that. This one also has an audio version. Maybe I'll put a link that takes you straight, and also another one that takes you to the video that I recorded, explains a little bit more of this book. And then the Expert Secrets, also, I'll put a link going straight. There's a link below. When we are recording videos, we put links below later. So, but I'll put links taking you to all those separate. But know that when you click on this one, at some point you're going to find them all 3 together. So if you want to have all 3, you can have the option to have all 3, but even if you started off with one link. Okay? And so that's that. I'm like sort of closing for someone who wants to leave. The links below, you can go. But right now, I want to explain one more point in this book. He teaches you hook, story, offer. According to him, and that's why I say they know. For me, I first learned about this when I attended their one funnel away challenge. And they explain that for everything you are doing, you have to have these 3: a hook, a story, and an offer. And what they mean is, if you are selling something, you have to have a hook. Like if someone is on Facebook, they are doing their thing, they're not thinking about you or your product, there has to be something they see and they really want to follow that ad, whatever. So you have to have like a hook, something that gets their attention. But he has stories that he tells. He has his way of telling stories. He has a story of this, how he gets those people to leave whatever they're doing and they come to see what you are saying. So you always have to have a hook. Always you have to include some kind of story. That's why he has so many stories in these books. And then the offer. So all the time, start with a hook to bring them in, then tell them a story, and then offer them something. Always do that. So when they do the funnels, for example, if you've done your own funnel, for every portion of the funnel, there is this: hook, story, offer. Hook, story, offer. So you're going to learn the details of how you create a hook, how you have a story and an offer in this book. I don't want really to make a very long video. So I think I've had enough to say about this book. Maybe later I may have to record another video to go more in detail on these books. But that's where I'm going to stop today. So please, always, when they talk about hooks, it's not just, it could be an email. You have to have a catchy subject line. so that people can open your email. Then, of course, in the email, you tell them something, which will be the story, and then you ask them to do something. Like on this channel, it could just be the offer. It could be just, I could just be, or in fact, some people call it CTA, call to action. My call to action here, it could be just to ask you to please subscribe to my channel, please like, please share. That could be a call to action. And then I have to have a beginning that brought you in to watch this video. And then in the middle, the subject of the whole video. And then the offer or the CTA, call to action. Please subscribe to my channel. Please share it. Please, like that. But when it's a product, you're going to offer, like right now, I'm going to say, please click below and go claim your free book. Or I could say, please make sure you don't forget to use your coupon code. Like you said something at the end. Ask them to do something. Because if you don't ask, they may not do anything. Like here, if I don't say please subscribe, you may just go. Maybe you think I don't care. So whatever I want them to do, tell them. That's what this is about. I think I'll end there today because I don't want to have a very, very long video. And depending, if you feel you want me to go back to all these 3 books and bring them again and say some more, because there is a lot, put in the comments. I could make another video following up. But otherwise, just go claim your free book. You remember, $9.95 for USA only. International is $19.95. But for international, you could choose to just go for the audio. You go for the audio so that you get it tonight. You just, today, the audio is available. And also you could get both. For me, I've been doing, just pay for shipping. They sent me this one, another shipping, they sent me this one. And the audio, I bought it. I bought and I listened on my phone. Okay, that's it. Please give it a like if you got something out. Put in a comment. By the way, in my comments, I always respond. You could even ask me a real question of what I'm talking about here. I'll respond and also share it. Buy this for a friend who is starting out struggling online. They won't struggle with this one. They're going to understand marketing in a different way, selling in a different way. I'm learning. I'm a student. I'm learning and I'm sharing also. Give it a like, share, and please add a comment, a question. And most importantly, go get yourself a copy of these books if you care about selling. And, I want you to have more money. That's my intention. I want a better life for everyone. So when you get someone like this gives you a book, like for $9, go get it. Okay, don't forget to subscribe. Don't leave that button looking red today. Please subscribe and tell YouTube that you want me to be here. You want me to stay and have this channel grow. Like I always end them. Take very good care of yourself. Take very good care of your family. Take very good care of your health, especially now. You see what's going on in the world. So please be careful. Take a step to a better you. Bye-bye.